And decisions to allow standard deduction to benefit pensioners, salaried taxpayers and senior citizens were some of the hallmarks of the Finance Minister's tax proposals. While he did not announce any changes in the income tax slabs, Arun Jaitley announced a standard deduction of 40,000 rupees for salaried taxpayers in lieu of the existing transport allowance and medical expense reimbursement.
The Finance Minister's attempt to reach out to all sections was reflected in his tax proposals as well. Among these were benefits for over 2.5 crore senior citizens and pensioners, including an increase in the tax exemption limit from 10,000 rupees to 50,000 rupees for interest income earned from banks and post offices. Another benefit was a hike in the deduction limit for health insurance premium and medical expenditure from 30,000 rupees to 50,000 rupees. Other proposals include a deduction limit for medical expenditure, an increase in investment limit to 15 lakh rupees for Pradhan Mantri Vyay Vandana Yojana, and a standard deduction of 40,000 rupees for pensioners. On personal income tax rates, the Finance Minister said no changes were needed in the income tax structure since many positive changes had been introduced in the last 3 years, stating that 1.89 crore salaried individuals paid an above-average tax of 76,306 rupees. Jaitley proposed a standard deduction of 40,000 instead of the present exemption in transport allowance and reimbursement of medical expenses. An extension of corporate income tax reduction was for companies with a turnover of up to 250 crore rupees. This was earlier limited to companies that had a turnover of 50 crore rupees. In revenue terms, the measure would cost a revenue loss of about 7,000 crore rupees. 7,000 companies with a turnover of above 250 crore rupees will still attract the usual 30% tax. Jaitley hiked the customs duty on a range of sectors and items. These relate to food processing, electronics components and footwear. Citing buoyancy in the equity market, Jaitley introduced 10% long-term capital gains on investments in equities exceeding 1 lakh rupees without allowing benefit of indexation. In order to encourage professionalism in post-harvest value addition in agriculture, the Finance Minister proposed to allow 100% deduction to companies registered as farmer-producer companies and have an annual turnover up to 100 crore rupees derived from such activities for a period of 5 years from financial year 2018-19. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.